My advisor does a lot of research with the Department of Defense and active duty military, and that is what really drew me here. I've always wanted to work with the military. I originally wanted to join the military out of high school, but I had torn my ACL twice and did physical therapy for 3 years, so I figured that I would go to school to be a physical therapist and join the military that way. And then when I realized I could do the research behind it and do it in the military, that was my main draw that I think got me to the University of Kentucky. The SMRI is a multidisciplinary research center that focuses on injury prevention, rehabilitation, and performance, specifically in athletics, active duty military, veterans, women's health, jockey, a wide array of active populations. And it is a collaboration between the College of Health Sciences, the College of Medicine, UK Healthcare, and UK Athletics. And so we do a lot of multidisciplinary research that really focuses on biomechanics or physiology, and neurobehavioral and neurocognitive things, kind of bring them all together in one space at the SMRI. We were originally founded with the help of a Department of Defense grant advocated for by our Kentucky Congress members. So it was really great to be able to go to DC and meet with some of those staff members and make the SMRI come alive to them and the projects that we've been working on from the DoD grant that they really advocated for us to be as successful as we are. I was drawn to the case workshop, I think, for the interest in policy and how that plays a part in the research that I do now. We listened to a variety of people who work in science policy now for the American Association for the Advancement of Science, as well as people who are staff members for Congress members. We talked to people from the NIH and NSF, and just kind of learned about what it means to create science policy, how to create science policy, and the important things to really advocate for the right things. I think one of the important things that we also went through was kind of debunking some myths about science, that people don't like science or people hate science, which isn't necessarily true. The last day we were there, we went to the Hill and we met with staff members of Congress members from Kentucky. I think this trip was a valuable experience just to learn about the way policy affects federal funding and affects research. As a graduate student, you learn a lot about how to do research and how to disseminate research successfully, but you don't necessarily learn a lot of what happens on the back end in terms of applying for grants. And I think that going to this workshop really gave me that insight that was really valuable. Advocating for science in general is really important because it advances us as a country forward. It advances healthcare forward. It advances some of the ways that we look at climate change. If we continue to advocate for science, then I think our Congress members continue to realize that these things really are important for the success of us in Kentucky, for the country, for the world in general. I have about 1.5 years left in my PhD, and my goal when I'm done is to either go into a postdoc at some of these government-funded research labs and to be able to take this policy forward and use that. Additionally, the American Association for the Advancement of Science has a science and technology fellowship. It gives you the ability to work with different federal agencies, with Congress members, to learn more about policy and how you can advocate for it and write it and be a part of it. I'm kind of weighing my options between attacking a postdoc or a science and technology policy fellowship.